There's a moment in every life, a point where things shift. Maybe it's the faintest whisper, a quiet nudge in the back of your mind that says, there's something more out there, something waiting for you to discover. Think about it for a second. Have you ever felt it? That itch, that restlessness, the sense that where you are now is only a fraction of what you're meant for? That is the call, the start of every hero's journey. Joseph Campbell, a master of myth and storytelling, discovered this universal path of transformation. Across every culture, every legend, he found that the hero's journey is always the same, a timeless pattern that mirrors the journey we all go through, from the ordinary to the extraordinary. But here's the thing, most people don't see it. They don't recognize their own story. They get caught up in the daily grind, thinking that these little nudges, these challenges, are nothing more than distractions or obstacles. But you're different. You're here because you sense there's something deeper, something waiting to be uncovered. This journey, it starts with a single moment. That moment of calling. It's the first spark, the moment we realize that we're meant for more than just survival, that we have a path to walk, a story to write. And maybe for you, it's been a change in your life. A job loss, a relationship shift, a moment of self-reflection that took you by surprise. You start to question the familiar and the routine, to wonder if there's something you're missing. And here's the beauty of it. This call, this invitation into the unknown, can be terrifying. It can feel like everything you've known, your security, your comfort, is suddenly under threat. And your first instinct is to resist it, to look the other way, to hold back and say, no, I'm not ready, I'm not. But listen closely. This resistance, this hesitation, it's part of the journey too. Every hero faces this moment. They're drawn to the edge of something new, looking over that cliff of uncertainty, and they have to make a choice. Do they stay in the safety of what's known? Or do they take that first step, stepping into the unknown, where anything is possible? And here's the truth. That first step, it changes everything. This is what Campbell called crossing the threshold. It's the moment when you decide that the life you're living isn't enough anymore, that you're ready to leave behind the comfort zone and move towards something greater. Maybe it's finally taking action on a long-standing dream. Maybe it's a decision to take control of your health, your relationships, or your mindset. It's not about perfection, it's about courage. The courage to step into that unfamiliar world. Once you take that step, the world opens up. You start to see things differently. The challenges that felt insurmountable before now become possibilities, tests that you can overcome. You realize that growth doesn't come from staying safe. Growth happens when you're willing to stretch, to push past the boundaries of what you thought was possible. But, and this is important, don't expect the path to be easy. No journey worth taking ever is. Once you cross that threshold, the real adventure begins. The road becomes winding, sometimes dark, and it will throw obstacles your way. Tests, trials, moments that will make you question everything. This is the core of the hero's journey. It's a path that will test you to your very limits, that will bring you face to face with the parts of yourself you'd rather avoid. The fears, the doubts, the insecurities. And it's in these moments, when the journey feels the hardest, that the true transformation happens. Because every struggle, every hardship is preparing you. It's forging you, piece by piece, into the person you're meant to be. You've crossed that threshold. The path behind you fades, and the path ahead, it's unknown, rugged, but calling. And now come the trials. These trials, they're not just random challenges. They're part of the journey itself. Every hero faces them, and they're meant to shake you, break you down, force you to dig deep. See, the hero's journey isn't about comfort. It's about discovery. Discovery of strength, courage, and the power you didn't know you had. Think of the trials you're facing right now. It might be in your career or your health, or maybe it's something personal. A relationship that's demanding every ounce of patience, every drop of resilience. In these moments, it's easy to ask, why me? Why this struggle? Why this pain? But what if? What if these trials were not setbacks, but opportunities? Opportunities to become something more. Imagine a blacksmith hammering steel against an anvil. Each strike, each spark is painful, but it's purposeful. It's forging the metal, making it stronger. In the same way, every trial, every challenge is refining you, strengthening you, shaping you into the hero you're meant to be. And I know that in those moments, when the pressure feels too much, you want to quit. But remember this: the trials are where heroes are made. The struggle is what gives you strength, what awakens that unbreakable spirit. And here's the beauty of it. In facing these challenges, in pushing through these moments, you start to see the change. You start to realize that you are not the person you were when you began. You're becoming something more, someone capable of more, someone who looks fear in the eye and says, "Is that all you've got?" And as you continue, something incredible happens. You reach a point where you start to see the purpose in all of it. The lessons, the wisdom gained, the strength built. It all starts to make sense. You're no longer the person who started this journey. You're not just surviving. You're thriving, growing, becoming wiser, stronger, more resilient. And that's when you know you found your way. Now comes the return. The return is when the hero brings back everything they've gained, everything they've become, and shares it with the world. It's not enough to just overcome. The journey calls you to take what you've learned and use it, to lift others up, to inspire, to create, to lead. Think about it. All those struggles you've been through, all the lessons, the setbacks, the hard-earned victories, they've given you something priceless: wisdom, compassion, resilience. And now it's time to return, to bring those gifts into the lives of others, to be the hero that you were meant to be. This is the essence of the journey. You don't just complete it for yourself. You complete it so that others can see what's possible, so that others can find their own path forward. Every hero's journey is unique, but every hero's journey also inspires the next. And this is how we grow, as individuals and as a world, one hero's journey at a time. So, as you stand here, at the end of this journey and the beginning of something even greater, remember, the journey never truly ends. Each challenge, each trial, is a new call to adventure. Embrace it. Step into it. Because life is the ultimate journey. And you, my friend, are the hero of this one. Now go, write your story, live your legend, and remember, the world is waiting to see the hero in you.